This is why you need to understand digital feudalism. Written by Jaron Lanier. The digital age promised freedom, it promised connection. Instead, it delivered something far different: digital feudalism. The once level playing field of the internet has transformed into a landscape dominated by powerful tech giants. Like the feudal lords of old, these companies control vast digital domains, extracting wealth and influence from their users. We are no longer citizens of a digital democracy, but rather serfs in a new era of technological dominance. This is not the future we were promised. We were told the internet would empower us. Instead, it has become a tool for surveillance, manipulation, and control. The very essence of what it means to be human, our autonomy, our creativity, our ability to connect authentically, is under threat. But there is hope. We can break free from this digital feudalism. It begins by recognizing the problem and understanding the forces that bind us. We must unite and take action to reclaim our digital future. By fostering innovation and supporting ethical technology, we can create a more equitable digital landscape. Together we can build a digital world that serves everyone, not just the tech lords. The power to change our digital destiny is in our hands. Let's make it happen. Data barons, the rise of the tech giants. These new feudal lords are not difficult to identify. They are the tech giants whose names have become synonymous with the internet itself. Google, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft. These companies have amassed unprecedented power and wealth by controlling the flow of information and commerce in the digital age. They track our every move online, collecting vast amounts of data about our preferences, habits, and even our thoughts. This data is not simply collected and stored. It is analyzed, packaged, and sold to the highest bidder. Our digital selves are transformed into commodities, traded on a vast marketplace of information without our knowledge or consent. The more we engage with their platforms, the more data we generate, further enriching these digital overlords. This creates a vicious cycle where our attention becomes the currency and we become the product. The widening gap, digital feudalism, and economic inequality. The consequences of this digital feudalism are far-reaching. As these tech giants accumulate more wealth and power, the gap between the digital haves and have-nots widens. Small businesses struggle to compete in a landscape dominated by these behemoths, while individuals find their economic opportunities increasingly limited by algorithms and automated systems. This concentration of wealth and power in the hands of a select few has a corrosive effect on society. It undermines the principles of fair competition and equal opportunity, creating a system where the rich get richer and the poor are left further behind. We are witnessing the emergence of a new aristocracy, not of bloodlines, but of algorithms and data. Shackled by algorithms. The erosion of freedom and democracy. The impact of digital feudalism extends far beyond economics. It strikes at the very heart of our democracy and our personal freedoms. The algorithms that control our online experiences are often opaque and unaccountable, shaping our perceptions and limiting our choices without our conscious awareness. We are bombarded with personalized propaganda and targeted advertising designed to manipulate our emotions and influence our behavior. The very notion of objective truth is under assault, as disinformation and misinformation spread like wildfire through social media platforms. This creates a climate of fear, distrust, and polarization, making it increasingly difficult to engage in meaningful dialogue and collective action. However, all is not lost. Just as the feudal system eventually gave way to new ideas and structures, so too can we overcome the challenges of digital feudalism. The solution lies not in rejecting technology altogether, but in reclaiming it as a tool for human flourishing. We need a new enlightenment for the digital age, one that emphasizes individual empowerment, critical thinking, and a deep respect for human dignity. This new enlightenment can be found in the principles of 21st century Transcendentalism. This philosophy, inspired by the Transcendentalist movement of the 19th century, calls for a return to individual self-reliance, a deep connection with nature, and a commitment to social justice. In the digital age, this translates to reclaiming our digital sovereignty, cultivating critical thinking skills, and fostering genuine human connection. At the heart of 21st century transcendentalism is a belief in the power of education. Lifelong learning is no longer a luxury, but a necessity for navigating the complexities of the digital age. We must equip ourselves with the knowledge and skills to critically evaluate information, identify bias, and discern truth from falsehood. This requires a shift from passive consumption to active engagement. We must move beyond simply absorbing information and instead cultivate the ability to analyze, synthesize, and evaluate what we encounter online. Critical thinking is our most potent weapon against manipulation and propaganda. Mastering the machine digital literacy as a weapon against control. Equally important is the need for digital literacy. Just as one needs to be literate in language to understand and participate in society, so too must we be literate in the language of the digital world. This includes understanding how algorithms work, how data is collected and used, and how to protect our privacy online. Digital literacy empowers us to become conscious and conscientious users of technology. It allows us to recognize and resist attempts to manipulate our behavior and exploit our data. When we understand how the system works, we are better equipped to dismantle it or create alternatives. Reclaiming our humanity, community, diversity, and creativity. Digital feudalism thrives on isolation and division. It seeks to atomize us, to reduce us to mere consumers of data. To combat this, we must rediscover the power of human connection and community. We must build bridges across digital divides, fostering empathy, understanding, and a shared sense of purpose. This requires a commitment to diversity in all its forms, diversity of thought, perspective, and experience. We must create online spaces that are inclusive and welcoming to all, where different voices can be heard and valued. In such spaces, creativity can flourish, leading to new ideas, solutions, and forms of expression that challenge the status quo. Breaking the chains, a call to action for digital sovereignty. The path forward is clear. We must reclaim our digital sovereignty. This begins with individual action. We're not suggesting that you delete your social media accounts. We are demanding that you limit your exposure to targeted advertising. Support organizations fighting for digital rights and privacy. Educate yourself and others about the dangers of digital feudalism. But individual action is not enough. We demand change from our elected officials. We need stronger regulations to protect our privacy, promote competition in the tech industry, and ensure that technology serves humanity, not the other way around. The future of our digital lives, and indeed our very democracy, depends on it. The future is ours to shape. Reclaiming our digital destiny. The digital age is still young. The future is not yet written. We have the power to shape this technology in a way that benefits all of humanity, not just a select few. We can create a digital world that is equitable, just, and empowering. But it will require a conscious effort, a collective awakening, and a willingness to challenge the status quo. The time to act is now. Let us reclaim our digital sovereignty and build a future where technology empowers us, connects us, and liberates us, rather than enslaving us in a new era of digital feudalism. The choice is ours. Let us choose wisely. Follow Affluent Texas and email us at affluent.me@pm.me for information about how you can help combat digital feudalism.